My name is Trevor Tice from Kbandstraining.com. Today during Kbands Live 116, we're going to be focused on ab training. We're going to be utilizing the ballistic bands and working in plank positions with resistance to optimize our results. The ballistic band's overhead extensions and crunch is going to be a combination move working to failure. First, get your body a little bit loose with 3 sets of 10 crunches. Mount your ballistic band high and then pull that band down around your neck, but you're going to hold that band away from your neck. Now we're going to just complete simple crunch position moves with your pad out just a little bit to get great activation. As you can see, your abs are going to start firing up a little bit with that 3 sets of 10s, but now we're going to move our pad back a little bit and work for extension. You're going to be trying to work down in a flat body position, but technique is key here so that we don't injure ourselves. Your hand should be above your head with your elbows still in front of your face. If you let your elbows rock up too much behind your head, you're going to hurt your shoulders. So make sure that your hands are in front of your face and you've got a great stationary position. The next key that we got to look at is our hips. If your hips are not rolled under, you're going to have a little hyperextended back. We've got to maintain great posture during this exercise. It's a bit of a pulse. You're falling into resistance, so we've got to find the right level of resistance that equals our body weight. If you train with a lighter band, you're going to find your face comes really close to the floor, and we don't exactly want that. So find a band that offsets the amount of resistance that your body is providing on the way down. Give it a slight activation pulse and you'll come towards the ground, and then you'll work your way up. Utilize your toes and your feet to kind of work as a lever to extend down faster or slower. As you get towards the floor, we've got to keep those hands in front and keep your hips underneath you. If this is a new position for you, you're almost going to feel like you're curled up in a ball slightly. But as you get used to it, you're going to be able to keep your butt cheeks squeezed and your hips rolled under, getting great activation, keeping our spine safe. Complete 10 to 12 of these pulsing reps and then hold for 10 seconds at the bottom. Your abs are going to be on fire, but push through the 10 seconds and then roll right into the overhead crunch. This superset is really going to overload your abs, so push yourself and maintain that great technique and you're going to find some great gains in your core. The ballistic band standing rotations is going to use a medium weight resistance band. Either use 2, 1, or a combination of 3 to find the right level for you. You're going to come off of the mount slightly, wrap the ballistic bands around, pull it tight, and then stick your hands through so we can stay nice and safe. Your hand should be out in a nice position outside around shoulder width. We're going to rotate quickly, keeping our hips engaged so that we get a little bit more oblique activation. Some power turns, we're going to turn the back foot over and utilize that hip. But with the rotations, we're going to try to really work the obliques, just twisting the top half and stabilizing as we come back towards the mount. 30 seconds on each side, continually moving for 4 total sets will wrap up this great rotation drill. The ballistic band side pull downs exercise is one of the best exercises you can do for your obliques. Go ahead and put your ballistic bands low on the mount and then work a little bit away from the mount. The key is that you have a slight amount of resistance pulling on your arm from the beginning position. So put that hand up above your head. You should already have a bit of resistance because you want the activation from the minute the drill begins. Lift the bottom leg up and the top leg. Top leg's gonna be your active leg, moving your knee in and out as we come down. Now, an easy way to think about your hand position is by simply making a muscle. You've got the band, we wanna make a muscle and pull it down towards our butt. You don't need to extend your hand down low. We don't need to come behind our body or in front of our body. You're gonna simply just make a muscle, pull it right back up. Make a muscle, pull it right back up. Now, this is gonna work simultaneously with your knee. So make sure that you crunch up, get the pulls on both sides, and then move through 15 reps before rolling over and hitting the other side. Since we're working different muscle groups, we're gonna continue to keep the pace extremely high, rolling back and forth, going right into the next exercise. Complete 6 sets on both sides, always moving quickly back and forth. The Ballistic Band's modified lemon squeezers is truly a killer. This is going to be one of the hardest exercises that you're going to do for your abs. We've got 2 versions for a little less advanced or a little bit more advanced. The key is that we find a band that we can get a little bit of flex to, but not as much as a lighter band will give. We want to be nice and hard, barely moving in our hands when we pull as hard as we can. The first version is going to be for our beginner or novice users. We're going to be rolling our knees in towards our chest, and as soon as we take our hips off the ground, we're going to try to keep them off the ground as we extend our legs out before we set it down. Remember, the key here is hip position. It's not your standard ab roll up where your butt comes off the ground and drops immediately to the ground. You're trying to keep your hips off the ground the entire time you straighten your legs out. So your butt rolls up. As soon as your butt gets to the peak, you're now going to keep your hips off the ground and extend your feet out. trying to keep that butt up the entire time. For the more advanced users out there, we're gonna be doing a little bit more of an extreme version. You're gonna be trying to maintain a flat plank position, utilizing your hands as a lever. Pull down and use it right in front of your face so that you can lift your entire core up and then walk it back down very slowly. Again, it's all about hip position. When you get to the peak, you're not gonna split at the hips, drop your butt and put your butt on the ground and turn it into a leg raise. The key is to maximize activation. So you're gonna stay in a plank position. When you get to the peak, you're gonna do your best to walk your feet outwards along the wall, keeping your butt off the ground the entire way. When you get towards the bottom, as you get more advanced, you can pull right back up without ever letting your hips hit the ground. If you've never done this exercise before, keep it short, about 6 to 8 reps for 4 sets until you become a little bit more advanced. Then you can run up to 10 sets of 15, getting a killer ab workout. For your very own set of the Ballistic Bands to get the optimal amount of results training your abs, head to kbandstraining.com and grab a set today.